Hello there, my name is Trevor ilesley, teaching Bemeism, the true journey into self-transformation. Today we're going to be talking about wound into wisdom. Far too many of us have collected wounds along the journey, and of course this is determined by who you are today. As we grow and we evolve as beings, what we have collected is wounds. And so therefore these wounds are leaving many scars. And so therefore you've adapted this idea that you are a wounded being, and so therefore you will always feel wounded. Now that can take you right back to your childhood, where it all began. Maybe you was receiving wounds way back there of not being loved, let's say. That's a wound. Your parents not liking you, that's another wound. Your parents breaking up, again, that's rules of abandonment. So therefore we collect wounds. Now, why would we be a race of beings that collect wounds? Because there must be a reason. And I see it like this. I came from the world of spirit. I was created billions of years ago for me to be here at this given time and point in life to be able to express and explain what I bring to the planet. Now, I went through a lot of wounds on trying to understand what life is, and believe you me, when one of the last wounds happened, I didn't think I was going to be able to sew that up and begin to heal. But there was something in the wounds. I used to say to God, my God, I can't keep going through this. It's too punishing. I cannot keep being wounded. I cannot keep feeling like I'm useless. I cannot keep feeling like I'm no good. So I wanted to find out, was there a real reason behind being wounded? Now, the soul embarks on a journey of life. It's the reason why you come here. The more wounds you receive, I would say the better, because that's what the soul is here to do. It's to experience being on the planet with all the criteria of being a human being from growing up to the moment of leaving this body. In between that process, you start to collect wounds of who you are. And of course, your history starts to determine your biology, it seems, because your wounds will affect your biology. Now, this is illness. Wounds bring illness. But what if there's a real good reason of why you received these wounds? That's where I went. I wanted to find out if there was a reason to these wounds that I was experiencing, and could they possibly be healed into wisdom? Well, I'm glad to say I did manage to sort that out. I did manage to understand that there was a divine plan that was pushing me towards me being the creator of Bemeism. So therefore, all the wounds that I was receiving were actually pushing me towards my goal. And I found myself in that place where I didn't really like anybody. I really hated life. I didn't like myself because of being so wounded. So if you're going to ask God to help you out, one of the things you need to ask your energy, your spirit or your soul, is ask it to be known about how to heal. Bemeism I bring because I think it is a massive education of something that can feel so simple. And so therefore we can work things out when we understand it from a beamy level. But when it comes to a human level, I couldn't work that out. So when Bemeism was given to me from the world of spirit, and trust me, it took me a long time to understand that, because a lot of it I kind of didn't believe. So therefore, ask your spirit to help you to heal, to get you to understand, to awaken your soul, awaken your own spirit. That's what you need to find out. Nobody left you out. God didn't leave you out. There is a real good reason of this journey. And you've come on this journey to sort of fully embrace what life feels like. But then there's supposed to be that moment where you completely lose yourself. Then that's the moment when you start to ask your divine, or you start to ask your spirit. You want to connect in with your own self for answers. I didn't think that was possible. I didn't think it could happen. But I'm telling you now, Bemeism teaches you to understand where the answers are coming from. So if I said to you, do you believe that God answers your prayers? I'm going to say, yeah. I didn't believe it. Trust me, I didn't. But the more I've started to understand the importance of life, I can see that something is guiding me. But I didn't know where it was guiding me to. I just wanted to be rich. I just wanted to earn lots of money. I just wanted to love the job that I was doing. And of course, I wanted a beautiful house. Well, I ended up with none of them things. I had it for a while, but then I ended up with none of it. Because none of it was important. What was important was the way that I treated myself. I started to treat myself with some respect, with some honor, with some intelligence, and definitely with some love thrown in. I realized that all of the components that made me as a being, I had none. I didn't have any of that. I definitely didn't see life. Life meant nothing. There was no meaning. I wanted a message for everyone. I wanted to try and understand, could I become something that I didn't think I could become? Was the potential there for me to become a greater being? Now, I don't mean greater than anyone else or better than anyone else. I just wanted to be the best I could be. I wasn't interested in anyone else. I wasn't here to control people or master people or any of them things. I just wanted to live a life where I got it, where I could understand it, that everything made sense. It has to make sense. So, wound or wisdom? Your wounds are wisdom. They are wisdom for somebody else. If you can understand your wounds, find a different interpretation to them wounds, then you can teach about them wounds. That is wisdom. Any spiritual teacher out there, whether it be Sadhguru or Eckhart Tolle or anybody, they've all gone through this amazing transformation from one type of a being into another type of a being. And they are completely different. You need complete transformation. You want complete transformation. Bemeism offers this. It offers complete transformation of your own mind, your energy, your experience, and your emotions. Once you understand that you have been wounded, you start to work with them wounds. Then you start to understand this. It is you that has been carrying the wounds. Bemeism teaches you to be able to understand the wounds, understand what you learned from these wounds, and then gain wisdom from the wound. Once you understand that, then any child of yours, anyone younger than you, or anybody that is going through the same process that you went through, you can say this. I went through that too, but this is the way that I see it now. That's the difference. That is wisdom. Once you can find wisdom within your journey, then that is true enlightenment. You don't have to read these spiritual books. You just need to know the wisdom of your own beamy self. Once you can understand the wisdom of your own beamy self, then the gift shows itself. Then life becomes a breeze. Then life becomes magical. Because the one thing that you're heading for is to have a beautiful mind. And if you can gain access to a beautiful mind, which is not difficult, but it is difficult when you don't see beauty and you don't think beauty and you don't think you're beautiful, then yes, it's very difficult. I come from the world of beauty, but the inside of me was not beautiful. I've worked with many top models who were beautiful, but they was not beautiful inside. They didn't understand their true beauty. They just used it as a way, as an income, as a life. So therefore, they used their beauty to earn a living. Beauty is an incredible word. Being me is beautiful. Being you is also beautiful. Truly beautiful. I don't care what you look like. Look at me. I ain't no pretty picture. But this beauty that I feel inside of myself, wow, is completely different to what I may see on the outside world. So it truly is a benefit to try to understand what you're looking for in what we call spirituality is to become a beautiful being. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a beautiful part of you. To become beautiful within your body, your mind, and your energy and your experience. Wow, there's nothing better than that. You don't have to learn all these spiritual techniques. You just need to know how to become beautiful. Be me, body, mind, energy is beautiful. That's how you take a wound into wisdom. And that is Bemeism. If you'd like to know more, maybe you'd like to learn from me, maybe you'd like to understand more about yourself, I'm just a signpost. I can show you the way and open the door for you to be able to find your own Be Me self. Now that is Bemeism. I will leave the details at the end of this video so that you can come through to me, and I'm offering you a 1 hour Skype. I shall send you the details and we can have an incredible conversation, because it will be the best conversation that you've ever had. Why? Because I want you to understand who you are. I want to teach you who you are. But most importantly, I would love to bring through and teach you the evolution of a new identity called Bemeism. If we can adapt that, then we've got a chance to evolve as human beings. I want you to evolve. You want to evolve. Bemeism may just be for you. My name is Trevor Ilesley. I shall see you on the other side.